All right, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? We are back, and
Sure.
we're gonna give our week two reactions, and then after that, we go straight to the pick'ems. You already know the rules as it is, oh, but yeah, um, you know, this weekend or this football week was something. At first, start off boring because the Packers destroyed the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, despite what the score tells you. Um, but Sunday morning games, that's where it all went down. Like let's just start with the Seahawks and the Steelers. I feel like that's a good game to start off with. A game that pretty started off slow, pretty defensive battle for a good amount of the game, and thinking that this was a pretty close tight battle. Seattle got the lead at one point in the game to make it 17-14, and 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 a certain botched a certain someone did not have the hands. Someone had butterfingers during a certain kickoff. R.I.P. Caleb Johnson, but but eventually Seattle But eventually, Seattle took that advantage to make it a 10-point game, and eventually, Seattle's defense locked in for pretty much for most of the game. I think in the second half, I think they only let up 3 points. They only let up 3 points in the second half, and then after that, they scored another touchdown by Kenneth Walker, and pretty much that sealed the game. I will say this: Seattle improved. Obviously, Seattle improved from last week, especially on offense. Sure, there was a couple things to clean up on. The first Darnold turnover, I feel like you can make an argument on Darnold, but I feel like it was more that Jalen Ramsey just made a perfectly timed pick, just made a great play. And on the second turnover, of course, fourth and one situation, McDonald decided to go for it just so we can at least tie the game up or at least increase our lead. But essentially, um, Sam Darnold got pressured. He threw it up, bat in the air, and Nate Herbig just made the right pick and took it to pretty deep within to make it a 14-7 game. Yeah, to make it a 14-7 game, touchdown by DK Metcalf. But otherwise, for the most part, I think Seattle's offense improved. The run game got a little bit better with Kenneth Walker. The offense was able to gel more. JSN has still been right now the best part of our offense. We got a little bit more with Cooper Cup on Sunday, so I'll take that. And defense, they locked down. Josh Jobe apparently had like the a very good game. Josh Jobe legit filled in the role for Devin Witherspoon, and I mean, will this be going to be on a will he be our cornerback two now when Devin Witherspoon's healthy? Who knows? But I'm excited to see more Josh Jobe if he continues to play like that, though.
Yeah. You basically sum this up perfectly. Um, yeah, it was a great. It was kind of a boring slugfest through the first quarter and a half, but then afterwards, the Seattle just woke up. I don't know what the Donald told them in his locker rate, but they woke up and then he played a great just half of football, like basically almost like mistake-free football, and it just
Yeah.
worked out in our favor. Again, RFP Killer Johnson's career, he has to be done at this point. Like there's nothing back from that.
Well, apparently they might not put him as for kick returns as much, but he will be probably the RB2 still.
But like just watching that play because the ball touched him, he turned around, watched it go, and then just walk off the field.
Yeah, I
Like,
okay.
almost screamed at him.
I think it was just like I think for the fact he probably believed that he didn't touch it, so he thought, like, okay, well, it's going to be on the. He just thought it was going to lead to a touchback, and the Steelers would get the ball there. But even then, it's just like the ref didn't blow the whistle. He didn't blow the whistle, being like to confirm, like, okay, the play's dead. Steelers, could go on offense now. Um, but no, even number 36, Otani, now Otani. I forgot his name, but George. I know his first name is George. George was able saw that, took an opportunity, and he was able to increase the lead by 10. Which at that point, that was the like pretty much the biggest like turning. I guess that would be like the ultimate turning point of the game. Like, granted, the Steelers did have an opportunity to come back. Um, had an opportunity to come back, but eventually, I think when Seattle made that Kenneth Walker touchdown, it kind of felt like this game is probably over.
Yeah. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to that. Another game that I would like to discuss from the morning slate. Can I get a moment of silence, please, for the Bengals season?
Quote unquote, question mark.
Joe Burrow's injured. Defense is still
Yeah.
not committed. Jake Brown doesn't, cannot turn to the right team. But they still won. We're cooked. We won, but at what cost? It's Joe Burrow.
Look, I, I, look. When I saw that, at first I was like, wait, what happened? And then after I just immediately saw, like, oh no, oh no. At first I thought he just got like winded, like in the first thing I saw. But then after that, they started looking towards his foot, and I'm like, oh no, oh nah. Then after that, when he went to the medical tent, I'm like, hopefully he could be good. Maybe he just got like, maybe they just tweaked it a little bit. And then after that, he went to the locker room, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, he was still able to kind of walk a bit, limping a little, but maybe he could just be out for the rest of the game, and that's it. But 3 months. Here's the thing. Thomas and I, you and I were talking about it earlier yesterday, but I mean, right now, I mean, they did sign some quarterbacks to the practice squad. Of course, Jake Browning's your QB1 for the next, or at least for right now. Your backup's Brett Ripien. They signed Mike White and someone else to the practice squad.
Sean Clifford.
Wait, who?
Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford from former Packers QB Sean Clifford. I still don't think the. I mean, I feel like they have confidence in Jake Browning, but you could definitely tell the drop off. Oh, we got a comment. You should start now, game start. There's reasons why,
Yep.
my dude. There's reasons. It's actually good reasons. Good reasons. And, um, but anyways, I feel like they will still look for another QB if anything. I think they're definitely at least they're fine with Jake Browning for this week for sure because of the matchup that's gonna occur this week. I think they'll be okay with Jake Browning. But
Anthony, I know you're in the comments. What do you want for Jameis Winston? I'll give you like a fourth round pick.
yeah, Kirk Cousins. Sadly, Kirk Cousins sounds good right now, but unfortunately, I don't think he could afford Kirk Cousins. I don't think anyone could afford Kirk Cousins. It's not a Bengals thing. This is just it's not even a Bengals thing. It's just the Falcons. It's just the Falcons paid a 2 fourths. I don't know if he's worth 2 fourths. 1/4 maybe, but
Fourth and a six.
yeah, 4th and 6 sounds like more reasonable because at least with Jameis Winston, it's like, granted, yes. Am I going to get like 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions? 100%. Jameis is a vibes guy. I mean, yeah, on Sunday he was talking to James Hudson like he was some like his like therapist or something. Like that's worth a lot. I don't know. I don't
You
think
have
vibes.
you're fine.
You're fine. He's unlimited. That's right. Right. Unlimited. Don't mention that name. He threw for 450 yards on Sunday. He almost led the Giants to beat to beat Dak Prescott for the first time since the Obama administration.
Oh, that Cowboys game.
But
No.
yeah, that old lineman you said. Oh, he's talking about James Hudson. I said James Hudson.
All right.
Uh,
Before we get into the Giants game, listen to this. Trevor Lawrence does not look good.
he's like inconsistent. Like there's moments you can still see like the number one overall pick. But here's the thing. I'll say this about Trevor Lawrence. He's the Kyle Pitts of quarterbacks. He's like everyone's like expecting him like this is the year he's going to break out. Like oh this is the year, and then like he's just like so he's either inconsistent or just so mad. Like I never see the Trevor Lawrence hype. I don't get it. I understand that, like, well, in college he was like this, like, great quarterback. Yeah, I get it in college, but like now I'm just like, when is he gonna show up? Like, is this gonna be like 2022 where he's just gonna like just somehow go on a resurgence in the second half of the season and like they win a playoff game versus like the Chargers or the Broncos or whoever? I don't know. But I mean, the Jaguars. I mean, right now they can still looking at how weak the division is. They can still win the AFC South, but I, it's just, it's just like I don't know about the Jags. It's hard to gauge this team because it's like they have something, but are they gonna? What Jaguars team am I gonna expect? Like going through the next like through the rest of the season? I guess.
Good job.
You're 1-1.
Yeah.
Maybe when they utilize BTJ and Travis Hunter to their full potential.
And
Mac Jones used BTJ more, and he sucks.
Well, now, speaking of Mac Jones, Mac Jones.
I
What?
want to talk about that Giants offensive lineman. That is the greatest offensive lineman I've ever watched.
But so yeah, Mac Jones and Spencer Rattler actually had a good quarterback duo on Sunday. It's weird to say it, but they both played well. Mac Jones actually didn't play as bad. I mean, granted, I kind of feared it was going to happen a little bit, mainly because Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones to begin with. Like he knows the system that like Mac Jones like definitely fit the Kyle Shanahan scheme. I mean, we saw it with Jimmy G. We see it with Brock Purdy. I mean, this team. I mean, this team overall. This team overall, at least like the Niners team, although despite being injured, I still believe the Niners team is at least a little better in some way. But the Saints, I mean, Spencer Rattler, he's still looking decent despite being 0-2. He's not been the issue in New Orleans, surprisingly. I mean, we're gonna play. I mean, they'll play against the Seahawks this week, but we shall see.
I swear to everything holy. If we lose to Spencer Rattler, I might just never watch football again. God damn it.
I know you're gonna watch the Cardinals game.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of elite quarterback matchups, we're about to watch Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz because McCarthy is injured. Like
For the
every other
next few weeks.
McCarthy, Daniels, Burrow, Brock.
No, really quickly.
Your quarterback's just an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Gino was also injured.
But then, all right, and then of course the Baltimore Ravens destroyed the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, what happened
Yeah.
that game?
Lamar Jackson's what we're trying to redeem. Lamar Jackson is trying to show he might win another MVP. That's all I'm going to go from there. I don't need further explanation. But yeah, Lions destroyed the Bears. They took the leaving of Ben Johnson too personally.
That's a good thing.
Another close game. Patriots Dolphins.
Listen. A wise man once said, in order to win games, you have to win. In order to lose, you have to not win, or whatever the fuck my.
Hold on. I'll pull up the quote. I'll pull up.
Go get a box.
You go get a box.
I'm gonna fucking do a show.
Well, you can get a box. Go get a box.
You go get a box.
Here's the quote: "To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game." That is like the most like. That's like I don't know.
I'm
That
not saying, go win games.
yeah. It just sounded like Mike McDaniel just feels like he knows he's like done. It just like look at this right, like if throughout the Dolphins off season it sounded like he lost the locker room, and then not only that, this last week he I guess there was a players only meeting for what it is. So but
Yeah, Tua isn't looking well. Tyreek is still pissed.
he's done.
Whatever. Well,
Tua looked good in the Ravens game back in 22 of week 2. Tua put on a generational performance.
yeah, but ever since then he's not looked well.
I haven't seen anything else since then.
He's been like, okay, the thing with Tua is like, it's just like he's a good quarterback, but he's not a great one. You're like it's like when you go against Tua, you're like, you know what you're expecting out of it. Nothing really much else. There's like, he has a very low ceiling. He's like has a high floor and a low ceiling. That's just what Tua is. He's good, but he's never going to be a great quarterback. And that's just the reality of it.
He isn't like a deep franchise guy.
Is he a backup? No. He's not a backup. He's just a starter. That's it. He's just like a solid starter, and that's all you're really going to get from Tua.
That's not a bad thing. It's just that when you pay him $55 million a year, you are expecting to get Joe Burrow level talent.
Yeah. But yeah,
Gonna get your bill.
but yeah, there was a couple more games. Bills destroyed the Jets, and then
Is this local?
Yeah.
What just died? So,
You can just I already have a straw.
no? Okay, well, now you can have two. Just hope one on accident. Stop. I have one. You get off.
You know what's coming.
Not your shit. Go ahead, shit. My phone call. Okay. Have a good day. You too. Thank you.
All right. Well, all right. But I guess we could talk about the biggest 10 game slate of this week. And most likely, this was definitely game of the week, and that was Cowboys versus Giants.
Yeah.
I'm
He's frozen. Oh, all right.
as I was saying, Brian Russell Wilson. He was back.
He was back. It became. I mean, at first it was a very low scoring game, and then by the time the second half rolled around, it became a shootout, especially at the very end there, kind of like a Bills versus Chiefs type shootout. And Brandon Aubrey, he is
Elite.
the GOAT. He is elite. Yes. He came from a good team. Unfortunately, he's now stuck in Dallas, but a team with a winning culture, a team that knows how to win in the modern century. Just a great team, awesome team. But Brandon Aubrey's the GOAT. He is elite. Both defenses did not show up at the second half. It was just something. I don't know how the shootout just all happened. At first, I thought it was going to be another Giants going to get destroyed by the Cowboys. Typical stick, especially in the first drive the Giants had, where it was James Hudson had four penalties in the first drive on its own, and I thought this was like, all right, this is the typical Giants shtick, but no, they eventually caught on, and this game just went back and forth. Like, you don't know what was going to happen next.
It's a one.
What was on defense? It's another. Yeah. I mean, that game could have ended in a tie. We all wanted a tie.
We all wanted a tie, but Brandon Aubrey, the GOAT himself, Mr. Elite, the Mr. Birmingham Stallions kicker himself, got the game winner. And, for anyone that had him in fantasy, y'all got some points.
Yes, last thing you do.
But, yeah, am I saying this is game of the year material? Probably it's going to be a top 10 game when at the end of the season, but it's still going to take. But Bills and Ravens still clear. That I will still say. I mean, and then after that, the late slate games. I mean, Carolina, Arizona. The Panthers almost came back from a deficit against the Cardinals, and then Giants Eagles was very meh for being a Super Bowl rematch. Or Chiefs Eagles for being a Super Bowl rematch. It was very meh.
I don't know. People's like, oh, the Eagles cheated, all the false starts, the touchdown. Shut the fuck up. Learn to stop it and quit your fucking bitch.
Yeah. But unfortunately, watch it get banned. Watch it somehow get banned because of this game. But you know what?
I have a public servant announcement.
Oh, it's about a certain game I'm about to mention right now. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Friends, family, people of the podcast, I have an announcement. I am selling the Bo Nix stock. I'm selling it all. I'm done. It's pissed me off. He lost to Daniel motherfucking Indiana Jones. I can't say that anymore. I can't fucking do it. He should have won. I put $50,000 on the Colts. Not the Colts. The Broncos going 17-0 with Bo Nix. They fucking lost. Now I have this guy in a fucking business suit give me this damn card. He told me if I need anyone to call that card, I'll be hooked up. Now I have to call that card. I don't want to. God damn it, Bo Nix. You should pay it off my debt. Sell him the stock. I'm done. I'm done. White boy season's over. No more. No more. We're done.
I heard they take I heard they take people at midnight in a minivan. That's all I heard, but I think it's pretty heavily rumored.
Okay.
But
some blacklist casino type shit.
I mean, I'm not sure. I heard about vans. I heard that you go on a boat ride. It's all heavily blurred. I mean, I'm not sure what they do particularly, but that's kind of what I heard about some people. But they kind of sounded like crazy when they said it. They sound like they just sound like they just sound like more crazy than anything. They sound like a conspiracy theorist. But you know, but I will say this: they could have won that game if they just didn't have that penalty. I mean, look at this: Bo Nix and Daniel Jones. I'm so surprised that Daniel Jones in 2 weeks actually has looked like a pretty good quarterback. I thought going against the Broncos defense, I thought he was going to get destroyed. The 1 week wonder ends. I was wrong. I'll admit when I was wrong. I mean, they play the Titans next week, so.
I mean, here's the thing: the Broncos have a good defense. So, hey, can look at Miami, and Miami's defense is pretty meh. Miami's offense is pretty messy, and he's chalking up as like, oh, okay, just like a fluke, a week one thing. Maybe the Dolphins aren't that shit. Dolphins lost once again. But for Daniel Jones to go out there and carve up that great Broncos defense, says a lot more about Jones than it does anybody else.
It says a lot more about the Giants.
Because the Giants never gave him a fucking offensive line, so the Colts did. And look at Jones. He has a lot of potential, and if he plays just as well, and the Colts go to like 9-8, or like 10-7, he is going to get a contract extension, and Richardson's fucked.
It's just sad. Like, look at this. I don't respect Daniel Jones, but it's just sad that Anthony Richardson just fell from grace. But it's like, I wouldn't say it's entirely Richardson's fault. It's just more with the Colts for the fact that it's like, you took a project quarterback. You knew that this was going to be like, it was going to take a minute for Anthony Richardson to boom. Look at this. Josh Allen, think about it. With Josh Allen, he was going into at least a decent situation. And not only that, they knew he was going to be a project QB. So they didn't give on him after season 2. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna let him. We're gonna build up to it." And then season 3, that's where everything just clicked. It's just the first 2 seasons. Like the first season was pretty bad, but there was like potential. The second season improved, but still like, he needs. It's like now or never for year 3. And year 3, he's now Josh. He's now the quarterback we see today. So with Richardson, it's just like I thought, like, okay, they're gonna at least like give him the development and everything, and just hope for the best. And I mean, they tried year 1; he looked good, promising. Year 2, again, he's just didn't look great, and now he's benched. And I mean, he's probably gonna be the Colts' backup until Daniel Jones loses it, or Daniel Jones gets hurt, or in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, that is rough for Richardson. But either way, the Colts are 2-0. They won 29-28. But we'll see how they do against the Titans next week. Oh yeah, the Titans. They had a game. Cam Ward is not the issue. Everything else is. Cam Ward is a Bugatti in a shack.
And the Rams are still great. Stafford has yet to age.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still alive. That's for sure.
I feel like we're missing a game.
Besides Sunday Night Football,
I feel like there's one.
I feel like most of the 10 a.m. games right now. I think that's just what it is. There's like we had a lot more 10 a.m. games this week than anything. I already mentioned Bills Jets, but I didn't really want to go too deep in that one.
There's
Bills destroyed.
Justin Fields. Oh yeah, Fields has a concussion.
Oh yeah, so we might see Tyrod Taylor. What?
Thursday's game.
Commanders Packers.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about it a little bit. We talked about. No, I think that's all the games we covered. We just need Sunday night and the doubleheader from yesterday. Sunday Night Football. Kicking was the theme. Kicking was the theme on Sunday night. Parker Romo, 5 field goals. We're going to say Thomas?
Kicking? I like kicking.
Boom. It was that. That was pretty much it. Like, the Vikings couldn't get a touchdown. JJ McCarthy looked bad. And this is what happens when everyone was like hyped up JJ McCarthy after one quarter. He got Offensive Player of the Week, by the way. I never understood that. I still, just because he played one great quarter of football, he deserved NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I mean, this is what happens, when you don't have Michigan, when you don't play. But for the most part, I mean, both offenses did not do anything. The Falcons at least did something at the very end of the game when they got that Tyler Algier touchdown. But yeah, the Vikings just couldn't do anything. The Falcons defense was probably my surprise of the night. Like they actually looked really good. Like they actually looked like a competent defense.
Yeah, McCarthy just wasn't playing well. Penix, those of you who watched college, that game was a rematch of the Nationals game back in 23. So Penix finally, gets the edge. But I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was McCarthy's fourth loss in his life, since since high school. So let's just Good for the kid, but is it like Well, I don't think it's KOC. I don't think it's receivers. The running backs, no. You could check it out. Just it's like a terrible defense or a great defense, but the Vikings had no answer for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Also, Young Wei Koo, your career's done.
I don't want to make him taste the smell the flowers, man. I do not want to make him smell the flowers.
The Asian is done. No more Asian.
Oh my god. If only Anthony was here today. Well, but Monday Night Football, we had one good game and we had one something of a game.
We had one good game, and then we had Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I'll say this: the Chargers. Okay, all right. Let me go to Bucks first. Baker Mayfield is him. I will say that for sure. He locked in at that final drive to get the Bucks the lead to make it to win 2019. But CJ Stroud, he still hasn't.
He has fallen off.
I wouldn't say fallen off, but like I feel like this is how I see it. This is like CJ Stroud. You're going up, and then it's just like a straight line. That's just CJ Stroud. Not like he regressed. He just hasn't upped his game. That's all what it is. I feel like, I mean, granted, it's still 2 weeks in the season. You could definitely like eventually start to play better, but if the Texans go like this rate, they might not repeat the AFC South.
It's going to the Jaguars.
Still in debate. But and then the Raiders game. Okay, this is pretty much right here. There's a reason why Seattle let Geno go. This was the said reason. Because I remember this whole offseason was like, why did we let Geno go? Why did Seattle couldn't they just keep Geno for another year? Why? It's like, this is why. And it's nothing, and again, I have all respect for Geno. I like Geno. It's just, it was time to move on. And granted, yes, he wanted to leave too. Because he didn't feel right in Seattle. That's all. That's fine. It's just that, like, for what it is, and if you're paying Geno all this money, I mean, granted, in his final year of his current deal, but if you're going to pay Geno all this money in the next 2 years, you can't be like just throwing three picks, especially on a primetime game like this.
Especially against a division rival, when guys are both 1-0, and this game could decide. This game will decide division standings. Going forward.
I mean, the Chargers play great. I'll get the Chargers great. That's the key part. Justin Herbert still looked. I mean, it was still 20-9, the final score. Which I also say this, and you and I were confused about it. Why did they not go on 4th down? Like, I know there was like 11 minutes left on the clock, but knowing how the Raiders offense was playing the rest of the night, they could have had a chance to tie this game or to make it a 1-score game, but they just didn't do it. They just went conservative and just go for 3 to make it an 11-point game.
Exactly. I will say this: R.I.P. Pete Carroll, man. What have they done? They
massacred my boy. But
he was a top 5 head coach like 3 years ago. Now he's done. His career is over.
I'm not gonna smell the flowers yet. I know it's just one game, but that was a bad loss. But anyways, let's get on to the pick'ems. I know what y'all here. All right, we got a classic sick on Thursday night football. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go to the standings first. And all right, so last week I went 12-4. Thomas went 12-4, and Logan, even though he didn't give us our picks on Tuesday, I did see his picks for the games. So he went 13-3 this week. And right now, the current record is I am 21-11. Logan is 22-10, and Thomas is 23-9.
Still the motherfucking king.
Still leading by a couple games, at least between Thomas and I. But let's get on to the pick-ups. Let's see, I could catch up this week or at least tie them. Starting with Thursday Night Football, we got a classic here between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. You know, I want to give Miami all the hype, but Buffalo all the way, baby. Buffalo all the way.
Buffalo all the way. Josh Allen's going to go 3-0.
Yeah. But
All right, we're going Buffalo here.
Carrie
All
also
right,
says Bills win.
Bills win. All right, the next game we got the Green Bay Packers, people are considering to be contenders right now, going against the Cleveland Browns. Look. It's in Cleveland.
Say it.
It's in Cleveland. It's in Cleveland.
Say it.
Things could happen. God in the gridiron could redeem himself unless they start Dylan Gabriel.
Do it.
But I'm going with the Packers.
Oh, you're going to give up on your boy.
I have a feeling that might start Dylan Gabriel, and I think that's going to be the reason why the Browns will lose.
Green Bay's gonna win.
Packers go 3-0. Joe
Packers are going.
Wash.
Packers are gonna go 3.
Clean sweep, Packers all the way.
All right, next one. Well, Daniel Jones, we're mentioning him earlier. Let's see, Thomas stays on his word. They're going against the Tennessee Titans. Look. Earlier in the offseason, I had this as a Titans win. I thought this was going to be a Tank Bowl type matchup in the AFC South. I mean, I can see this one being a really close game. I think Cam Ward's going to do his best to keep the Titans alive. But dun 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 dun. Daniel Jones will win. I don't know how to feel about that, but the Colts are better right now.
Yeah,
Thomas.
Colts.
Hey, SSG, what time is it?
Yeah. I'm not going to say it.
What time is it?
I'm not going to say it.
I said, what time is it?
It's Indiana Jones time.
It's Indiana Jones time. I'm buying the stock. Hopefully, he doesn't fucking let me down.
All right, next one.
Colts.
The Colts 3-0. That just sounds wrong.
In the Big 25.
All right, next one. We got a QB of the matchup of the lifetime. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, led by Jake Browning, going against the Minnesota Vikings. Since J.J. McCarthy's hurt, guess who's back? Back again. Carson Wentz has returned. This is a tough one. Both teams with great weapons. Oh yeah. Also, Aaron Jones is going to be out on injured reserve, so it's going to be Jordan Mason as RB1. This is a tough one. I can see KOC giving Carson Wentz a good game here. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with the Bengals. This is such a tough. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna roll with Carson Wentz. I was a Wentz believer once. I think I'm going to have that Wentz believer inside of me. At least a little part of me, at least should believe in Wentz because it's mainly because of the Vikings defense. That's my reason behind it. So give me the Vikings.
Bengals.
Give me Cincinnati. We're gonna go 3-0. We're gonna keep this division locked up. So
Yeah.
once Joe
This
Burrow
game
gets here,
Bengals.
This game is gonna.
we are gonna be 12-0 by the time Burrow gets back.
It's gonna be the Bengals.
This is gonna be a 12-7 type matchup, isn't it? This is gonna be a 12-7 type game.
It's gonna be the Bengals.
Yep. Kerry also picks Bengals.
All right. Next one, we got the Steelers against the Patriots. This one's actually a pretty decent matchup. The Steelers are trying to remain above 500. Meanwhile, the New England Patriots, they actually played good. And, I was thinking Steelers because they should be the better team, but I'm kind of leaning on the Patriots and an upset here at home. Give me the Pats.
I already picked this.
Well, I'm also gonna root for that upset.
No.
Right.
Mike Vrabel versus Mike Holland, battle of the Michaels. Drake May versus Aaron Rodgers. So this is the greatest matchup of all time. But the Patriots have a good defense, and the Steelers don't play well against good defenses. So
No.
Yeah. And the Steelers defense has been has not looked great so far.
It's okay. Carrie picks the Steelers.
Is she going to be like the stand-in for Logan, essentially?
That apparently this is what we're doing now.
All right. Well, wait, Carrie. So you had the Bills. You had the Packers.
Bills, Packers, Colts, Bengals, Steelers.
Okay, hold on. Colts, Bengals. This feels wrong with putting in Logan for Carrie. I think it's the Bills one. I think it's the Bills one that's getting me. I know Logan realistically would probably pick the Bills, but still. Wait. So, okay, hold on. Just to be clear, Bills, Packers, Colts, Bengals, Steelers.
Yes.
Bills, Packers, Colts, Bengals, Steelers. Yep.
All right. So now we have the Eagles and the Rams, a NFC divisional rematch. This one's gonna be a good game. A good one for the 10 a.m. slot. Both 2-0 teams. Someone has to end their winning streak, and you know what? The Eagles are gonna end the Stafford's alive allegations. So give me the Eagles.
Well, we need the Eagles to beat the Rams just for division standings.
Yeah.
So because of that logic, also
Gonna go Eagles.
Eagles.
What? Eagles.
Carrie also picks Eagles.
Eagle.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Guaranteed.
We're all pick Eagles.
All right, listen, we got Baker Mayfield versus Tyrod Taylor. Enough said. We're moving on.
Oh yeah. By the way, I have to put. I accidentally forgot the Jets and Buccaneers towards the end, so give me a minute here.
Hey, we're on that one.
There we go. All right, next one. We got the Raiders and the Commanders. Jaden Daniels might not play this Sunday, so we might get to see Marcus Mariota. I was thinking this game was going to be maybe very close, and I still believe it will be, but after I think Marcus Mariota is a decent quarterback enough to beat the Raiders, so give me the Commanders.
After what happened,
I'm also going to pick the Commies.
Yep.
Commie sweep. All right, so Pete Carroll's going to win this game. After this, next one we got We got the Falcons and we got the Panthers. I think this was a trap game. I feel like this is a trap game right here. But you know what? I'm gonna ride with the Michael Penix stock. Give me the Falcons still. I had this one as a Panthers win earlier, but now I think the Falcons are probably the better team.
Essentially, Michael Penix is
Is what? Oh, frozen. Thank you. And they kicked them out. Well, all right. Everybody, anyone have that good week plans? You know. Oh, he back. All right, you're back.
all right. Well, it cut me off. I was trying to slander Michael Penix for just just for being a lefty.
All right. Well,
It's too hot. It's just because of that.
anyway,
I'm gonna pick the Panthers upset win. Bryce Young finally gets a win.
I don't believe it.
Bryce Young gets the win.
Carrie picked the fucking Falcons because she's upsetting. Anthony says, "Wow, what the left anti-leftist over here? I'm
Anti-lefties over here.
racist. I'm anti-leftist. I don't,
Not
Asians
politically.
don't make good kickers."
This is such a stream. Next one, we got the Texans and the Jaguars. The Texans, 0-2. I like the Texans. I do think they should win this game, but being in Jacksonville, I am picking the Jaguars. Not because I believe in the Jaguars hype. I just think the Texans are just having that slow start.
Give me Liam Cohen. That was a voice crack. Give me Liam Cohen and Duval.
All right.
You?
Well, I also picked the Jags.
We're sweeping. Jack sweep. Oh, God.
What have we done?
And next one, we got the Broncos and the Chargers. The Broncos had the chance to win the game if it wasn't for a certain penalty. The Chargers looking great 2-0. Both of them against AFC West opponents, and they're playing another AFC West opponents in the Broncos. And just for that, give me the Chargers. After last night, I gotta give Jim Harbaugh its praise.
You know what? Go Knicks. You betrayed me. Because of that, I'm not going to pick you. Give me the other white boy in this matchup.
Oh, God.
JH10.
All right. Well,
You?
Make it a sweep.
Oh my God, we're fucking sweeping again.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Saints and the Seahawks. I think we all
Enough
know where
said.
we're
We are
going at.
moving on.
Enough said.
We're
Saints suck.
moving on.
Next one, we got the Cowboys and the Bears. You know what? This was gonna be a closer game. I feel like this was gonna be a shootout right here, and I think the Bears are gonna get their first win. Please, Bears, don't let me down this time. Don't let me down.
They're gonna let you down.
Give me Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas, all right. Brian Schottenheimer gets his second
Dallas.
win as a coach. Next one, we got the Cardinals and the Niners. Ooh, this was a tough one. It's back and forth. I really think the Cardinals can win this game, but I think Mac Jones' revival is just incoming. Give me the Niners still. I don't know why. I just think the Niners are gonna do it. Bless you.
No, she's over here choking to death. Do you mind? We are in the middle of a show. Listen. We had one viewer and you scared them away. Just because of that, I'm picking the Cardinals.
Just for that, I'm picking the 49ers.
All right, next on Sunday Night Football. Oh God, we got the Kansas City Chiefs going against the New York Giants. The Chiefs are 0-2 against the 0-2 Giants. I don't know how to feel about this.
Do we need to say anything?
I think we do. I think the Chiefs. You got to get this win, and I'm picking the Chiefs right here. You got to get this win. It's now or never. People are questioning your team.
No. The Chiefs' downfall will continue. Russell Wilson will prevail.
Chiefs.
Oh God.
It's my upset of the week.
Yeah, a big upset. All right, then we got the game of the week here. This is game of the week here. Lions and the Ravens. Both teams, started off 0-1. They won last week, and this is a tough one. We could see a scenario where the Ravens could blow it again, and the Lions just have a vicious comeback here. But I think being at home, being in Baltimore, give me the Ravens. But it's going to be a pretty close game, though.
I'm going to represent the 3-1-3 in Detroit.
All righty.
Last one, Princess.
I'm also going Detroit.
All right, Detroit. I'm the only one going with the Ravens. All right, well, these are the picks for this week. I hope you all have a good one. Charmy's just like he's about to grab.
Your camera was frozen and your fingers were like this, and I didn't want to say anything. And then he made that comment. I'm like, this is gonna stay up.
Anyways, I hope you all have a good week. Y'all stay safe. Y'all don't have to go home, but y'all can't stay here. All right. Well, later, everybody.
Do drugs.